This is St. Kitts, beautiful country. I'm actually in an area that's called Shadwell Estates. It's actually behind the Shadwell plantation home that was built in 1740. This is actually as far as you can go up. Then you start hitting the mountains here, and you can see it's beautiful up here. And this is going back towards the ocean. And they got real Caribbean looking homes here. One of the reasons I wanted to go over this with you is the homes in here run anywhere from, it depends on the how good a condition they are, how big they are. There's one house way up on the hilltop. I don't know if you can see that. That's one of the highest houses up. It's probably around maybe 1,500 feet up. I know that's one of the highest houses the government will allow you to build. But you can get houses in here depending on what you pick, the condition, everything, and you're looking at anywhere from, a good deal would be under 100,000 US, but that would be a real good deal. You remember, this is a tax haven. There's no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. But you're looking at probably anywhere from, I would say 100,000 to around 300,000 US. I'm telling you everything in US dollars, not EC. And nice thing about up here, you don't even need an air conditioning. It's just, you got a nice breeze. You probably can hear the breeze on the video here. But this is I like to show areas that are outside the resort areas that are very expensive, because some people like to move to a tax haven and not pay that much, and you don't ever see those in these homes. A lot in these tax havens, like Bahamas and places like that, and Bermuda, they always show you the most expensive homes. Where, a lot of people can't afford the multi-million-dollar homes, or even maybe 700,000 or 800,000. So I'm showing you homes that are a lot cheaper. And believe it or not, rate of return wise, your yield is usually better on these homes than you're going to get on the more expensive ones. And these are a lot easier to sell because they rarely come on the market. In St. Kitts, the people here don't move like they do in the US. They'll stay here and they'll pass their house down to their kids, their grandkids. So you just don't see houses out here popping up that much. Most of the houses you see popping up are in the resort areas, and those usually come on the market a lot easier. And more frequently, but they're also more expensive too because they're closer to the beaches. This is not close to the beach, so you're looking at you have to take your bike a long ways. I've got my bike right here, but I drive a long ways. But a lot of people just don't take a bike that far, and so you'd have to take a car to go to the beach. So, but one thing that's nice about St. Kitts that I put on other tapes is your property taxes. If you get a house, you're looking at 0.20% of whatever you're buying, and then you get a 29,000 US dollar exclusion off that. It's approximately 29,000. It's a little over that. It's between 29 and 30,000 US, and you get that exclusion, and then you pay 0.20% on the difference. So you can see it's very low. It's about, anywhere from 12 to 15 times lower than what you'd pay in New Jersey on the property tax. In fact, if you've got a lot of money in real estate in a high tax country, man, this is where you need to go, because there's no income tax here. So that means all your rental income is income tax free. And then you only pay 0.20% on property tax. So when you add together what you're paying in your home country on property tax and income tax, and then you come down here with no income tax, and then a property tax of 0.20%, which is almost nothing, and then you get an exclusion of almost 30,000 off that. It's between 29 and 30,000. Man, that makes a huge difference on your taxes. So this is a great place if you want to get around high taxes. Like I said, here there's no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. And you can get direct flights to the U.S., Canada. Like depending on where you go on the East Coast, you can get there in 3 to 4 hours flight. They have direct flights there through Miami, Atlanta, Charlotte, North Carolina, New York, also Toronto, Canada. So you get a real good, if you want to get down here fast, you can get down here as quick as you can, get in your car and driving across the state probably that you're in right now. So this is something you ought to take in consideration. It's a great place to come in. Nice weather, 365 days a year. I actually swim a lot here. You can do it all winter long. It's not too cold not to swim all year long. And you can pick whatever you want. You got the mountains, the beach. The tax laws are just incredible. You won't find tax laws any better than any place in the world here. And the prices actually are very reasonable here. And one reason I think that it is reasonable, they do have a high corporate tax rate here, but if you set up a business here, you want to do it as an unincorporated business because there's a 4% business tax on gross. And there is no income tax. They call it, it's actually a business tax, but there is a corporate income tax, but most people don't elect to take that because you're looking at 33% corporate income tax right here. But one reason they're able to keep the prices down so low is they do have a high corporate tax rate. Now, see, Cayman's doesn't have a corporate tax rate. It's got zero income taxes as far as on the corporation, but everything else is sky high there. So if you get around and not have a corporation and have what's called an unincorporated business, you get the best of both worlds, because then you pay almost nothing for food. And when I say nothing, you do pay a little bit higher than you would in the U.S. Although there are some things down here that are cheaper. Mangoes I think are a lot cheaper here than they are in the U.S. And other fresh fruits and vegetables you can get cheaper here. It just depends on what you're buying. Imported things are going to cost you a lot more. But like back to what I was saying on the Cayman Islands, if you got to bring the tax revenue in from somewhere. So by not having a corporate income tax in the Caymans, they're going to charge you sky high for everything else. Everything that's imported is very high there. Bermuda's the same way, and Bahamas is the same way. But you can set up a business here, just don't do a corporation, and then you get the best of both worlds. You get low taxes. As far as, because there is a VAT here, there's a 17% VAT, but it's excluded on food and drugs and necessity type items. You don't have it, so you pretty much void it out because it's on other things probably that you don't buy that much. And so your necessity items, you can exclude it. There is no VAT on those. Anyway, if you want to learn more, you can go to our website, which is www.citizenshipquickly.com, and go to the top of the homepage there, and where it says apply with us, and you get questions, fill those out, and then hit send back to us. And then what you'll do is you'll get a reply back from us and see what we can do to help you in solving your problem. If you got a tax problem, if you want to get your income taxes to zero, we can show you how to do that. We can also show you how to get, we deal with 74 different countries, not just St. Kitts, but I'll tell you, you're going to have a hard time finding a country that really ticks all the boxes where you can get citizenship in 4 or 5 months. No capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax, no income tax. And you can, price is fairly reasonable here. And you can get dual citizenship. You don't have to even visit the country to get the passport. I advise you to do it, but you don't have to. And there's no language requirement that you have to, take to get the citizenship. Whereas in a lot of countries, they're going to require you not only long-term residency, but they're going to require you to get a test taken, and then they don't allow dual citizenship. They do allow dual citizenship here, so it's something that you really ought to think about there too. Also, if you hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen, you'll get new videos as they come out automatically. Also, I'd like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, just put that below, and I'll be glad to see what I can do to help you out, and I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.